Hi sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am showing you my breakfast nook, breakfast dining room area that I have decorated a bit for Valentine's Day. I sure hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Okay, so this room I'm going to show you is our breakfast nook. I still have my winter greenery up over here. And so I have a crock with a hand crank ice cream pail there, and then I have a like a metal champagne like bucket with some greenery coming out. I moved some things around in here. I got this is the cabinet that one of my patients gifted to me. Now I don't know why that keeps doing that. I told you when I was putting up my Christmas, I broke my the glass dome here. I got another one. It was very inexpensive. I was surprised because, Young Living stuff's quite pricey usually. So my, what are these called? Some type of fern. I can't recall it right now. Maidenhair fern. They're doing okay. They're not doing great, but I haven't killed them off yet. So they're okay. I'm not convinced that they're the plant for me. So I have some of my pottery in here. I have a few vintage ice cream scoops in there, and I love wooden utensils, so this is just a crock full of those. Salad dressing, hors d'oeuvre seasoning, marmalade jars, a mason cache, mortar and pestle, some vintage spoons, and a egg rack there, and a cigar mold there, a piece of a cigar mold. The other parts somewhere else. I have a couple of vintage butter presses there, butter stamps, some of my Young Living oils, a little bread box. This is the little set that I was gifted for Christmas. I picked it out, but he gifted it to me. Some vintage bowls, some more of the butter presses. This here is game pieces, and I just think those are so cool. I saw some on Instagram today, but somebody had already snatched them up. And then I got a couple more bowls over here, and that's a lid to a cheese dome. And then, y'all, I still love my classic, what are these called? Ray Dunn classic series. I can't remember what they're called. This is all vintage silverware, and I finally found a true authentic measuring cups set to go in it. So I was so proud. I got that. That's the only thing from Ray Dunn I've bought recently, but I said, I have to have that because all the other ones I got from the thrift store all at once for a song, and I was so happy. So I'm going to take a little pretty wooden decorated heart and just hang it on there. And okay, over here I've got my favorite verse there. God wastes nothing. He brings beauty for ashes. Isaiah 61:3. That means so much to me, y'all. For me, it's very personal. I went through breast cancer 8 years ago. I had a double mastectomy. And then a week later, because I had 2 different kinds of breast cancer, a week later I found out that I was going to have to take chemo too. And so day 13 after I started chemo, I lost every bit of my hair and my eyelashes. So he has definitely brought beauty back into my life, and I don't mean physical beauty. I mean everything is bright again. Not that everything was sad when I went through it, but he repays you so much. God repays you for everything that you go through. So he not only does he help you through it, but he makes things amazing. So in so many ways, I've said my testimony many times on this channel from that, but God is good. I also have this beautiful picture up here. It's stained and crazed, and platter, I'm sorry, not picture, and I just love it. I did, the only Valentine's Day thing I put up here was this little house, and they do light up, so I just don't have it on right now. And I love these little cheese crocs, I think they're called. I left my cloche with my pine cone on it, and I have a old broken scale that I still love with some graters on top, old graters, and my magnolia table that I think I got paint on it, so I had to clean it, and half the color came off of it, but I kind of like the way it looks. So, and not too long ago did I get this lamp off of Target, so I really like having that there too. It kind of breaks up the white from here, and I have a sweet little vintage Valentine's Day screensaver. And I just put these up here tonight. Of these, I got them off of Amazon a long time ago. They're just 2 mango wood hearts. And I recently thrifted this. It's almost like a breadboard, but it's just a plain one that's not been stamped or anything. I just like it. I may play around and do a DIY project on it, but I haven't done it yet. And then here I have a beautiful, God, I love these things, y'all. I got a daisy butter churn, and I just absolutely love it. And here's my favorite type of candles. I absolutely love Antique Candle Co. candles because they're pure, natural, and soy-based. They don't bother me at all. So I tend to get headaches or just get overwhelmed with the smell, and those really don't do that to me. So I'm so grateful. I have a vintage baluster column, whatever. It just sits there. And then I have a pretty plant, whatever. I don't know what this is called, but it's doing beautifully. So pretty. And then I have my cabinet here. I love this cabinet, y'all, but my daughter had something on the dryer, and it shook it off, and it fell into this, so it broke that. But I put my little piggy in here. I have a little Ray Dunn piggy, and I have a couple of graters here. And this is a little Ray Dunn piggy thing too. I also have a vintage, an antique bread advertisement crate here, and I just love it. I got it at Vintage Market Days a few years ago. My little pure butter thing that I got off of Facebook Marketplace. It was a surprise for me because I didn't know she was going to offer it to me till I got there, and she gave it to me for like $70 or something. It's huge. I love it. It may be a little dusty. Okay, I'll have to bring the whole thing out because I don't want to break anything, but I better just leave it alone until I have both hands. And this is a very old bread box down here, and I just love it. Metal bread box. I have some Dundee jars of various sizes there. And I remember thrifting. Let me open this, y'all. I remember, I think this is one of them, but I thrifted a whole bunch of these, like a whole set of them. They're pearl handled silver butter knives, and I just love them. These are my butter stamps back here. Butter stamps, butter molds, I guess. And I just love how stained and crazed all these are. This is my one and only natural that I found out in the wild for $4.99 at one of my favorite thrift stores. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God. So up here I have more of the vintage graters, and I just think they're just awesome. My favorite ones are the cylindrical shaped ones, but they're so cool. And then I have an old scoop. It's not old though. It's probably Hobby Lobby scoop there, and then 2 vintage aluminum cookie. This is probably a mold, and this is a cookie cutter. So, and then I have a harvest book under there. Here I have a, a lot of my stuff is either antique shop or thrifted, but most of it's thrifted. This is a Anthropology vase there. It's huge, and I really like it. So I have a bunch of everyday things coming out of that. I have a scale here with a fern coming out, and just a collection of things there. It's time to take my lemon tree back outside. It's not looking so hot now. So, and y'all, I had this up here to dry it. I thrifted it the other day for $3, and I think it looks so pretty up there, so I just left it. But I just put it up there last night to let it dry, and I think it's so pretty up there. I won't leave it there, but it's cute. And then over here, I have a giant, what do you call these, pastry board, I guess, bakery board. It's very, very old, and it's cracked. I tried to get my husband to make a mold out of it so he could make me one exactly like it, that could make it look old, and then keep this one on the wall so it can't be dropped or anything. And he hasn't done it yet, but that was years ago. I asked him, but I hope he does one day, because this is just precious to me. I just love this. We got it at an antique store years ago. Actually, probably at a vintage festival in Mount Dora, probably. Here I have a bunch of heart cookie cutters in an apothecary jar. And this is darling. This is I thrifted this, and it's pottery, English pottery here. Mora pottery, I'm not sure, but it's so sweet. I guess I could leave it that way or the other way, but I think it's so pretty. So, and another little pottery piece, another little, this is lights up too. It's from Hobby Lobby. Sweet little house. And then another of my cutting boards, and then another pine cone. I got this off of an Instagram seller a couple of years ago. It's just that those felt balls, and it's cream color. It's so pretty. This is like maybe a egg mold or a pancake mold, cookie mold, I'm not sure. So it's on a little wooden peg there, and then just another one there. I think I redid these a little bit since y'all saw them last, but I didn't want to go overboard with the Valentine's Day. I just wanted a couple of things that nodded toward it. So I have a collection of my vintage antique wooden mashers, a couple of bread boards up there, and these are onion boards, and white cutting boards, porcelain. This is a vintage cookie mold, and two of my bread boards. This is a German bread board, and then these are porcelain graters, so they're more like for nuts or spices. So I just think they're so amazing. I just love the texture of them. Some of them are quite sharp. This one's very sharp. And then some more of my mashers. Here I made a little neutral cocoa coffee bar here. Tea. So here's another one of my vintage boards. It's not as old as those, but it's German also. Give us this day our daily bread. And then there's the little harvest thing. There's a little half apron. I have these are like bread knives. This is an old bread knife, and these other ones are wooden, so I don't think they're that old, but they're still very cool looking. This is a vintage flour sifter or sugar sifter. Have a darling little heart cookie cutter here. So it's a little pour over coffee thing. And this is a not musketeer, what is this called? But it's like a sugar shaker. The gentleman and his wife that were talking to me about the sugar spoons and the bonbon spoons and the nut spoons and stuff were telling me about that too. But I have one, and I just love it. I actually got this from a thrift store, and it was like in a package, like it was super fancy. I think it was used for talcum powder, but it's the same thing. So, and it's real silver. I just think it's just beautiful. I've had it for a few years now. And over here, my very elegant air fryer. I love my air fryer, y'all. It's awesome. And I thrifted this just a couple weeks ago, and I just love the base of it, this color. But I just put a couple of vintage aluminum, what do you call those things? Cookie cutters. And I put some of those dried baby's breath underneath it. They're like a cream color. They started out white, but those are the ones I just got from Publix. I got this little mold a couple of years ago, and I just love it. I think that's just so pretty, but it's very old. This is the only marking it has on it, so, but it is old. I see them on vintage sites all the time, but I think it looks pretty both ways, but this is my favorite because it's so elegant looking. Here I just have a sugar mold with 3 holes, and then I have forks in one and spoons in another, and then vintage silver plated serveware there. And then I have a whole apothecary jar full of biscuit cutters slash jelly molds slash there's a couple little hearts and a rocking horse and just stuff like that. This is like a coffee brewer thing back here. And I guess this is some sort of a masher. It looks like, you know, like at one time it was a, it probably was. It's probably just broke. Now that I look at it, it's a, it was a rolling pin, but I think it's so cool and unique. So it could definitely be used as a masher nowadays. And then I have a crock full of wooden utensils. Some are very old and some are not so old, but I just love them and I use them all the time. So this is an old masher, but it doesn't sit well up here on the thing. So this really does, these things really, I thrifted all 3 of these at the same time. My husband's like, what are you going to do with those? And here's my idea right here. This is what I'm doing with them. So I just love that area right there, y'all. And then this beautiful chest here, my mother-in-law gave me. God, I so want to take it outside and strip it down. I just don't know if she'd like that or not. I don't want her to be offended if she sees that I did something to it like that. But God, I think it would look so pretty right here. I don't think she'd care because she knows I'm going to love it no matter what. But I also think, I'm thinking about turning these, rub and buffing them and turning them to like a, like this color. I think it'd be so pretty, but it kind of suits it because I got this up here all the time, but I don't know. And then this, I did not decorate it in front of y'all, and I can take it down and do that if y'all like, but I just love this piece, y'all. I have a couple of my vintage looking breadboards. I'm not sure if that's really what they are, but I like them. And a couple of, I got some silver salt and pepper shakers. A lot of my pottery is in here. It's all matching. I've got a couple of coffee mills in here. Some false graph stuff. A lot of my cookie molds. That's a egg holder there. A recipe box. Teapot, some silver salt and pepper shakers, another coffee grinder there, another old recipe, oh no, that's a square butter mold there. My honey pot, I love that. That's one of my favorite pieces there. And my little sweet little soup tureen up there, and another butter stamp there. This, y'all, I am so loving this. I guess I need to get some of those lights that go underneath right here, but this is my favorite. I've ever designed this, and I may leave it hearts and all. So I've got a great big picture under here with a doily coming out, and this grapevine heart with some pip berries on it, and a little wool heart here. It was like a garland and fell apart, so I just threw out the balls and kept these. This is my favorite masher, y'all, because it's all hand done, and it's crooked as heck, and I think it's been chewed on by some sort of animal years ago. But I just think, I mean, obviously it was This is out of a piece of branch or something. I mean, it's so cool. I love it. I have another vintage picture back here, and I don't know how I got two matching, but I do. This is a candle. Gosh, I don't know what I got this off of. Cotton and Creed, I think, last fall. Another vintage pitcher with some wooden utensils coming out, the little mini ones. This is a little cutting board. I just love this one. I have the third one that's even smaller, but it's behind this giant cupboard right here, and it's so darn heavy I can't move it. Even intentionally, I can't move it. I try so hard, and it's just heavy as heck. And then I have a little white cheese crock up here on top of the scale with a pretty bowl. More of the little wool hearts and a little cookie cutter here. I love this. I think I got this when we went to the Smoky Mountains last year in an antique shop like it near, I think it was outside of Asheville. We went a couple years ago. I'm so glad we went when we did, y'all, because God bless those people. They're still going through it. I saw a line for them getting propane gas the other day, and it was backed up many, many miles. It just breaks my heart. And those people still need so much help and so many prayers. So y'all just keep them coming because they sure need it. I love this vintage. It's so stained and crazed, and it's got some wild lavender that came with one of my gifts that I ordered off of Etsy. It's got that in it. And this is another heart cookie mold. And this is just a box that was sent to me with something in it. I have no idea what it was at this point in time, but I just thought it was beautiful. And then another masher, another big pitcher here. And I have a matching wreath like the other one. So I just love these, y'all. I just think it's so pretty. And then I put the wooden garland there. Didn't change anything up there. I do need to stand up here and fix this because it fell over a little bit, but I cannot get up here, y'all. Eventually I can, I guess, but right now I can't. We don't have a ladder that big. We got rid of the other one, and it was rickety as heck, so you wouldn't have wanted to get on it anyways, and I don't stand as good as I used to, okay? Over here, I just added this vintage heart right here. It's like a cookie cutter. I ordered this off of an Etsy seller. All you need is love. I think that's just adorable. And then I thrifted this little pan here. I need to put a little ribbon on this, a little cream color ribbon like what's on this. This is my absolute favorite antique that I've ever gotten. This dough board. It has a rolling pin that goes on it, a wooden carved one. They say if you get the metal one, it's worth so much more together, but I don't care. I didn't like the metal one when I've seen them. I don't care for them very much because I don't think they're as old. I think they're more of a mid-century modern one. So anyways, this is an authentic French cutting board, breadboard here. I just love it. And then I have my little Dutch paddle there. I love that one. It, it's talking about paddling. It's in Dutch there. I just love it. I thrifted that for $2 a long time, like 2 years ago or something. And my thing of garlic, braided garlic there. And I have my little mannequins here. So I love them in their little matching aprons. And here I have another cutting board that I just love that's big. Another crock. This is just a crock from Hearth and Hand here. And one of my DIY, like a pottery vase. And I just have some utensils and some faux pine cones coming out. And I made my little peg shelf here. I have some wooden hearts, but I made this last year. It just says together. It's got some faux flowers. It's like a raffia heart and some chenille yarn and a pretty piece of recycled lace there. So, and my sweet girl's pearls there. So we have our anniversary cards here, but this is all I have right here. We had our anniversary cards there, but I have a wooden monkey wood. It's the bottom to a cake plate. And I have a couple little vintage heart molds there, salt and pepper set, and then a pedestal bowl full of wooden cookie molds. I just think those are beautiful, or they could be candy molds. They're so beautiful. There's a rose. There's just a design. A flower. I love this heart there. There's a bird. Two birds, actually. There's a squirrel. I just think this stuff is so cool. And you know, it makes me so happy. My husband reads his Bible every morning, and it just makes me so happy to see that here. Anyways, that's kind of an overview of everything there. Oh, I don't know if I showed you here. I also have, this is not changed, but I still love this sign very much. And I have a tobacco stick that's cut off on either end with vintage whisk brooms on it. So I really need to get out there and water and care for my fiddle leaf fig, because it's looking a little rough out there. So anyways, that is it for my breakfast nook area. So anyways, again, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And thank you so much for letting me share this. You guys are just incredible to me, and I love the friendships I've made on YouTube, and I love sharing my things with you guys because y'all appreciate it and like it so much. I forgot to tell you, I still have my old dough bowl. That's one of my favorite antiques as well, but it's very wonky, like it doesn't sit flat, so that's perfect for it up there. And I still have my my little pine trees up there. I always call them my little anthropology pine, but I got them at TJ Maxx, but it's like an anthropology inspired container that they're in. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. I hope you enjoyed my Valentine's Day decor.